Eat this, drink that, go.
Remember, the wait times at the HCA East Florida Hospital emergency rooms average in the single digits, less than 10 minutes. Just go to hcaeastflorida.com. They list all their wait times for all their emergency rooms, and they update those times every 30 minutes. You know how long you'll have to wait in case of an emergency, because emergencies do not wait for appointments. So that's hcaeastflorida.com. Well, we've got a wonderful wine show today. You know, it is the holiday season, and
Right.
I don't know if anything represents holiday wine better than this. Beaujolais Nouveau. If you don't know about Beaujolais Nouveau, you should know about it. It's a wonderful, easy drinking wine that lasts just a short period of time, comes to the United States just before Thanksgiving, and lasts till, well, right around the new year. We're so pleased to be joined by Ivy Rodriguez, Key Accounts Manager for Quintessential Wines. And we're pouring George Duboeuf Beaujolais Nouveau and Nouveau Rosé. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
You sounded like a Frenchman.
Yeah, well, gee. You know, I remember in the mid-'80s when Beaujolais Nouveau first became popular in the United States, and I was at an event in New York City at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Concorde had just landed specially to bring the Beaujolais Nouveau. It was huge for a long time. Is it still big?
Well, it depends on some certain parts of the world.
Right.
So what we've seen is the Ferrari race from Burgundy to Paris, where they kind of put the cases on the back of the cars.
Right.
We've seen it in past, actually thrown out of a helicopter with a parachute. So we've seen so many different things throughout the year. This year in Orlando, we did a pop-up tour with opera singers and violinists, and we just,
neat.
it was fantastic. We went from account to account and just kind of just presented Nouveau, sang some songs, and then went to the next account. So it's really a celebratory.
Explain Nouveau to the folks who don't know.
Okay, so this is the first wine that actually is harvested and bottled and sold all in the same year, hence the name Nouveau. So 6 weeks before you have it in your hand, it was hanging on the vine.
Isn't it great?
It's awesome. So it's supposed to be a new wine to celebrate the harvest of that year.
And it's fresh, and it's a great thing to serve with Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
It's a great thing to serve with all of your holiday dinners. And basically, sometime after the new year, it's probably time to put away the Nouveau and forget about it.
Well, yes. Well, hopefully we have drank it before
No,
then.
it's not going to be available. And George Duboeuf is always one of the finest ones that I've had. I didn't know you were making a rosé now. Is that new?
This is actually our second year.
Okay.
And something exciting about this, George Duboeuf's grandson actually made this vintage.
Nice.
So it really is a family-run, family-owned winery that's been doing this since the 1960s. George Duboeuf started becoming a negociant back then, so has a long tradition.
The labels are beautiful. Tell us, I know there's something special about them.
This is exciting, especially if you're out there and you're an artist. So each year, we do a label contest. So NouveauLabelContest.com or through our website, QuintessentialWines.com. Starting in about early March, you submit your artwork. Just simply upload it to the website and people start voting on it. And then throughout the spring and summer months, we start having rounds of voting. And then voila, by the summer, we have a winner. The winner.
And this year's winner?
The winner gets 1 million bottles with their artwork. We have ties, we have scarves, we have posters. And it's just an exciting way to kind of incorporate art and wine together, which is really a big part of George
that.
Duboeuf.
Yeah, and this is really cool. Is this a gentil chapeau? It sure is. Look at that.
Oh, it's a cute little beret.
Yeah, well, that's what
That's
I
a
call
beret.
it. We're kind of all right, I've had enough wine so far. I can
Oh,
drink.
you look great.
Thank you very much.
You
Yes.
look fantastic.
All right, let's get to the good stuff.
I'm like a Frenchman.
So what we're going to start off with is going to be the traditional Beaujolais Village. So Beaujolais Nouveau is made with the Gamay grape. You had Gamay before?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, great. Well, Beaujolais, this is going to be the main varietal throughout the region. So if you're familiar more with Pinot Noir, you're going to love Beaujolais. It's going to be, Gamay. It's going to be a lighter style of Pinot Noir.
It's got a great nose on it.
When you take the nose on this, you know it's a Nouveau.
Yeah.
right?
Yes. So let's all take a sip.
That's a good idea.
As you can tell,
Marvelous.
Yeah.
silky tannins, rich, ripe
Nice.
fruits, that strawberry currant flavors. The great thing about Nouveau is you bring this to your holiday lunch, your holiday dinner, bring it to your friend's house. It's going to pair really well with most foods.
Right.
Typically, some wines have that, heavier tannins and you need steak. Nouveau is going to pair nicely with fish, with appetizers, with just about anything on that table.
And it's a medium-bodied wine. I mean, it's not a light
No,
wine.
it doesn't just
it's
disappear
not a light
on you.
light. Yeah,
It's got a little bit
really
of depth
nice,
to it, a little bit
yeah.
of length to it. No, this is something you can really enjoy. Again, but do it for the holiday season. It's since they're made so fresh and so early. Basically, once you get to January, February, the wines are done, and so buy your Beaujolais Nouveau now and drink it.
And what's the
enjoy it.
price point?
On retail, you're going to find the Nouveau for about $11.99.
Okay.
So you can, you know what? Something for the whole family. You can do this
Yeah.
easily. All right, what are we trying next?
Okay, so we're going to do our second year of our Nouveau Rosé.
Yay.
Now, as we all know, rosés kind of were non-existent a few years ago,
Right.
and then all of a sudden there was
Oh
just
my
this-
God.
They took off.
they're
Yeah.
everywhere. So, you know, of course.
It's amazing how it has, right?
And they're
I
so
mean,
beautiful. I was actually really excited to start seeing such a vibrant surgence of rosé. So what George DeBoeuf decided to do a couple years ago is we're going to take the same varietal, same grape, Gamay, minimal skin contact, and make a beautiful rosé.
Oh.
So this is our second year.
God,
which
the
is
nose is wonderful.
I love it. It's just like a
Yeah.
strawberry fresh nose just kind of jumps out
And
at
see,
you.
you can utilize this as basically in exchange for a white wine when your guests first come over as an appetizer
Absolutely.
and a aperitif kind of
That's
an element.
wonderful.
It is.
And how
No.
fantastic his grandson made this.
I
love that.
know, the
That's just
story,
the
yeah.
tradition is passed down from
Well,
generation
and if
to
you buy it
generation.
and you take it over to somebody's family, you have the whole story to share
Yeah,
as
you
well.
do. Remember,
which is
that's
fun.
exactly one of the most important things about bringing a bottle of wine to somebody. Tell the story about the wine and what's behind it. It just adds to the enjoyment of the bottle of wine. It really does. And that's how you sell. We used to own wine stores and wine bars.
Yeah.
And that's how you
Stories
sell wine.
sell wine.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say. You know, when I go to a restaurant, I talk to the servers. I like to impart the stories
Yes.
because that's what people want to hear at the table.
And
Yeah.
half of the ones that we would tell were even true. It kind of worked that way too.
You said it.
It's a great bottle of wine, a wonderful bottle of wine. You know, this is the kind of thing. This is not something you put in your cellar again. This thing you're going to enjoy fresh. It was on, and the other thing that I love about it, it was on the vine 3 months ago.
Right.
You know, what a great thing that is.
Yeah.
We
too.
actually have, you know, there's a Santa tracker. Well, we have a Nouveau tracker. You can see when it was picked. You can see when it was harvested. You can
That's a great idea.
It's fun because it is a celebratory, you know, event. It's the first wine of the year, so you can kind of track it as it comes over the water. And
Now, is there a proper toast for the wine?
Cheers.
Just
Just drink it.
Just
Just drink it. It works for, you know, back.
the rest of the story.
One of the great stories about Nouveau, I think, is the wonderful marketing that they have done through the last 3 or 4 decades. As I said, the Concorde that came over,
Yeah.
we were packed into this place in a high-rise in New York City.
How exciting.
I was working at the Today Show at the time, and we had finished at 9 o'clock, and I don't know how many of us rushed over to this place, and there was, you looked around the room, and there was all the guys and gals you see on TV, and they were waiting for the Nouveau to try, and they came with a special uniform to deliver it right from the Concorde.
That's
and it was,
neat.
I love the idea of the opera singers. That was terrific.
We've done it 2 years in a row, so it's been really successful.
Well, in the art contest, it kind of involves everybody. You know, it's
Yeah, it
like
does.
everybody can get involved. No one's excluded.
Tell us how-
Anyone can submit their
imagine
art.
seeing your
And this is
art on a
beautiful.
million bottles.
I love this. I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah.
So if you want your art to be on 1 million bottles,
Yeah.
all you have to do is go to
It's NouveauLabelContest.com, or our website is QuintessentialWines.com.
quintessentialwines.com.
And then just get all your friends to vote for you.
Yeah. So if you're on a budget, or if you just don't know much about wine, or if your friends are just quaffers like I am a lot, just go ahead and get yourself some George DeBoeuf Nouveau, because it's a terrific bottle of wine. It's just a tasty element
Yeah.
that'll go with anything that they're serving. It doesn't matter what it is, basically, right?
That's the beauty of Nouveau. It just really goes with all sorts of foods. You
Right.
don't have to,
Have to guess about it or whatever, it's going to work.
precisely.
I like the idea with turkey. It's always the best thing. But you can serve this with fish.
Well, this is one of the top-selling wines of the Christmas and the just the holiday season
season,
in
right.
general. Absolutely.
Well, and it's easy to go in and grab
And
a
you
case,
love
too.
ham. It'll go great with ham.
Jeez. She knows what food I won't eat is ham, but it would go great with that. This would go great with fish. Gamay Pinot Noir is great with a grilled piece of salmon, for example. And this would go wonderfully well with that, too. And I think as an aperitif, when people just come in and they want something to drink right away, get them a bottle of George DeBoeuf Nouveau.
So we have one more.
Yeah, these ones are available right after Thanksgiving, or excuse me, the week before Thanksgiving, probably till around Christmas time.
Go enjoy it. All your stores will have it. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to each and
Yes.
every
Happy
one of you.
Holidays.
Ivy, thank you
Thank
so much.
Enjoy it.
Thank you. Cheers.
Back with more
Cheers.
English is That Go right after this.
Yay!